Yo, welcome back to a new video. It's been a while, guys, but honestly, I have to make this video because it was I who started this path 2 years ago. Almost 2 years ago, I made the video on why I think Julius Novachrono is evil and every single evidence I collected into that video. Now, since then, a lot has changed, and throughout the last 5 and 35 chapters, so much new stuff has happened, and with the defeat of Xenon Zogratis this week's chapter, it's finally time to revisit this theory while I still have a chance. So, buckle in, get strapped. There's a lot of mind-blowing information in this video that you need to understand. But one of the most important thing is, guys, I'm sorry I haven't made any videos in a long time. I do keep making spoiler videos every single week. If you want me to continue to make more videos, be sure to hit the like button. If this video gets to 500 likes, I'll think about it and I'll do another theory video. It's just that simple. So hit the like button, subscribe, notifications on, and let's just dive into the mind-blowing. Anyway, jumping straight into it, let's start with the facts and what we know in the story so far. To come with this conclusion that Julius is actually evil, the place I believe we should actually start is Julius's own character profile. This is the one Tabata drew as an introduction to characters. He does this pretty much every single volume. Every new introduced character gets their own, character profile that says, some stupid stuff like what they like drinking tea and biscuits, etc, etc, etc. It's also worth noting, at this exact point, all of the Dark Triad's character profiles, for example, as you can see, Xenon, their character profiles leave out their age for a very specific and good reason that we will get to either later in this video or a different video. Let's just jump straight into the first point. To be fair, might not be related, but if it is Tabata the madman, for linking and leaving hints in the story so far, Julius' character profile states his blood type is A B. Xenon's character profile is A. Dante's. Would you believe it? By a random chance and miracle coincidence, Dante's character profile is B. Xenon is A, Dante is B, Julius is a B, while Vanica is C. Now, you might want to call this a coincidence. It's up to you. You're not a YouTuber, so take it however you want. But it would be cool to mention. Now, I'm not going to touch on that anymore. Moving forward, jumping straight into the second point, Julius, and I quote, likes transforming and wandering around in search of new spells. The first time Julius is introduced in this story, funny enough, is when he's introduced as a very old female, using his time magic to predict into the future and defeat Seke in a card game. Ladies and gentlemen, this was chapter 10. Insane, right? Chapter 10. Later in the chapter, he transforms when the Black Bulls, Asta, Vanessa, and Noel leave, having discovered what Asta's true magic is simply straight away, which is magic negation. He even questions if that can be called magic. Straight from the get-go, Julius is extremely suspicious. I also want to note, nobody in this entire series other than Julius knows that he has the power to transform. Not once has this ever been mentioned past chapter 10 and other few moments in the story. Also, keep the chapter number in your mind for it to have been chapter 10. Now, please note, in the anime canon filler arc, it was said Julius transforms using a magic tool, but until this is shown in the manga, this ain't canon. It was an anime filler arc, and we have seen multiple times how the anime incorrectly does stuff in the filler arcs. That's just how it is. You know, filler arcs ruin stories. That's why I'm so grateful for Yoshihara ending Black Clover at episode 170. Now, skip about 140 or so chapters, we get to the Julius versus Patri fight. Now, this is where most of my Julius's evil theory from 2 years ago starts with. Julius, and I quote, tells Patri the true nature of his magic is to steal people's time, or rather, steal the future. Later in the fight, we get to find out that Julius has no cover for a grimoire, which is extremely suspicious, as he and Noct are the two people in the series with no symbols on their specific grimoires. Remember, people in the Clover Kingdom get Clover, people in the Spade get Spade. We've known this for a very long time, but Julius and Noct have no symbols. Later in the fight is where we get to my main problem. Julius says, and I quote, "I can see your future already. You can't win against me." And yet, he dies. He loses. Why? I cannot tell you why. We don't have all the answers. This is, at the end of the day, only a theory. But I will guarantee you, if Julius is evil and this theory is true, that whenever Patri tries to stop him, he will grab him by the neck and say, "I told you once that I can see your future and you cannot win against me." This will break me. I swear to God, this will break me. Mark my words. Now this, for the longest time after this, there was no other reasons to really suspect Julius. That's why my last Julius's Evil video was almost over 2 years ago. There was just nothing else to suspect Julius. The theory sort of died down. That is until none other than the man, the myth, the legend himself, Noct Faust, flashbacks started. The underworld, and I quote, is ruled by the three devils of gravity, space, and time. Gravity being Lucifero, space finally being revealed as the devil Beelzebub, and finally, time. In the fight Asta versus Dante, we're going back, we're cross-linking this shit, boys. In the fight Asta versus Dante, something was said. Dante said, "He is no match for us, the Dark Triad, who are possessed by the three highest ranking devils, except Megicula is not one of the three. The devil of curse, the beautiful sorry, keep this PG-13, the beautiful Megicula, especially in her glasses teacher outfit, keep this PG-13, is not one of the three highest ranking devils. Don't get me wrong, she is one of the high rankings, but she isn't one of the highest ranking devils. So for the longest time, we believed Yuki Tabata made a mistake. But ladies and gentlemen, there are no mistakes and there are no coincidences. 40 chapters later, we learned of the fourth Zogratis Sibling. Now, not much is known about the fourth sibling, other than the fact that it's confirmed sibling. He is the older brother of Dante, Zenon, and Vonica, which means just like the other three, his real magic will be something to do with body magic. Now, some people suspect brain, but I believe Dante being body, Vonica being blood, and Zenon being bone, I fully suspect the fourth Zogratis sibling introduced the other three to the devil magic, and if Dante gets Lucifero, Zenon gets Beelzebub, it can only stand the one that introduced him to this whole thing gets time and something else, which I now believe, cross-linking it to my video over 2 years ago, is transformation magic. And with the devil power, he is able to transform not only age, but gender. As the first time he was introduced, he was an old female. As we've seen with Julius training himself into an old woman. Now, at the end of the day, this is just a theory. But with all the evidence stacked up against Julius, I believe this is the path we are heading. Not only that, I believe personally it would be too broken to introduce another entirely new character that would have time magic, because time magic is ridiculously broken. And if you have two characters of time magic, I feel like that would kind of ruin the plot. It's supposed to be super, super, super rare. That's why we have one person with world tree magic, one person with shadow magic, one person with gravity magic, maybe two people with blood magic, and one of them is like an extremely old witch queen, while the other being Vanaka. I believe time magic, once again, is only going to be by one person, which is the devil's time magic. Which means Julius's actual magic is transformation. Which means that is why Julius has no cover. Because he is everybody. He is anybody. Someone with transformation magic can be a citizen from the Spade Kingdom, a citizen from the Heart Kingdom, a citizen from the Diamond Kingdom. Transformation magic is magic that will allow a person to literally hide themselves among other citizens. It is the best magic for spying. And if that had a Spade Grim cover on it, it wouldn't make sense. Julius's Grimoire is transformation. It is not time. And we will see that in the very near future. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. What do you think of my theory? I'll see you in the next video. My name is Sgsami, as always. Peace.